I'm Alex Cotraviwat, and I'm a serial entrepreneur. Two truths and a lie. So I've been in martial arts since I was 4 years old, and I trained my whole life to be a professional fighter. I got asked to be the Blue Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but I declined it because of my business. And the third thing, I've never finished a book in my life. So the lie is that I never got asked to be a Power Ranger. But yeah, and I've never finished a book in my life, and I've been in martial arts since I was 4 years old. So my whole life, dude, I've always wanted to be like a ninja, dude. Like I said, I was in martial arts since I was a kid, and I wanted to be a ninja. And like the older I got, I found breakdancing super fascinating. I remember when I was in high school, I see all these people doing windmills and flares and whatnot, and I was like, yo, I could do that. And I was training, and I actually ended up really liking doing that stuff and doing a bunch of power moves, and getting into it and just using parts of martial arts into it as well too. I finished my college, I wanted to be an entrepreneur for sure, and then I started a company called Kallusive, which was a clothing company. So one of the biggest reasons why I sponsored a lot of the dancers, just because I felt that it was a huge void in the industry. No one was taking care of the dancers. They just saw it as they're just backup dancers or whatnot. And but for me, I saw a lot more to that. I obviously grew up doing all that stuff, and it was a big part of my main reasons why I wanted to sponsor these dancers from the get-go. A lot of times, a lot of clothing companies were, especially streetwear, would basically get involved with a lot of skaters and hip-hop artists and athletes and whatnot, but I felt like a big part of the industry that was missing was the dance industry. And I felt like, for us to compete with the big boys, like the big clothing companies out there, I felt like the only way for us was to use dance as a vehicle to basically help us jumpstart our business and our brand, for sure. I mean, I've always dreamt of being an entrepreneur, and I've always dreamt to own my own business. And honestly, a lot of it was luck, a lot of it was hard work. But yeah, it's great to see the success, and it's kind of difficult to even talk about that just because I feel like it's hard for me to talk about myself. But yeah, man, it was a huge thing of our lives, and just to see it translate from an idea, for a concept to a completion, it was amazing to me. I felt like if I could have achieved something like that, I could achieve a lot of things in my life. Kallusive, I owned it, since 2006, and we built the brand, and definitely changed my life. We became the #1 brand selling t-shirt brand in Metro Park for 2 years for men and women, and we're killing it, and it was a dream come true. And we had a very famous musician artist who was wearing the brand for years and years, and organically they offered to buy the business. I didn't want to sell the business at first, but my dream was to retire my family, and that person gave me the opportunity to basically do that with an acquisition. So when he wanted to acquire the business, and especially the number that he gave me, I had to sell the business, and it gave me the opportunity to retire my parents and my best friend's parents, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't want to sell the business. I mean, we're doing really well. It's my baby. I grew it from nothing, and my best friend and I, it made me who I am today. I thank Kallusive every day of my life. Like I am who I am today because of Kallusive, for sure. Yeah, so when I sold Kallusive, I had to sign a non-compete for 3 years. So legally, I found out that I could consult for different types of products or brands, and obviously, my background is in fashion, so I was consulting for a lot of brands that you see now on Fairfax, and slowly that grew into me consulting for different types of products, because I felt like the business that I created, it gave the opportunity for myself to help more than just the fashion industry, but to like skincare for chiropractors, dentists, ice cream shops, restaurants, the marijuana industry. I mean, you literally name it, I've consulted for a lot of different types of businesses and products. Our agency, like I said, we talked about earlier, we're a full-service creative branding business development agency. But the one big thing that I really push is for young entrepreneurs. I created a new program specifically for young entrepreneurs. They're always looking for businesses to invest into. Yeah, I mean, I've learned everything through trial and error, for sure. When I got into the fashion industry, I knew nothing. I mean, I didn't even know what Pantone color was. Like I said, I mean, I literally knew nothing about that world, and I created a business just through just trial and error. Just my best friend and I, we just wanted to do it. We're passionate about the fashion industry, and we learned it from scratch. Yeah, man, I mean, when I first started my business, I almost gave up so many times, It genuinely drained me. I was working so hard, I didn't really see that much results, and I just thought, like, maybe I'm just not, fit for doing, starting a fashion business. And I think the biggest advice I can give to anyone is the fact that it literally sounds super corny, man, but if you really believe in something, like, I feel like you should never, ever listen to people, telling you, like, you can't do this, you can't do that. I genuinely believe if you really truly believe in something, it can really come true if you push yourself hard enough. the biggest lesson I've learned was just like, never forget where you come from, and you can ask any of my friends or my family, I am exactly the same person since, elementary school. I love life, man, and I love people, and if I have nothing good to say about someone, I just don't say it at all, and yeah, man, I just keep just trucking, just working, and hustle, and stay humble, and just keep moving on. So.